Raj is working on a problem that involves solving large numbers. He reaches a point where he needs to find the square of 103. But he realizes that multiplying 103 by 103 will take a lot of time. Can you help him solve this problem in a better way? So friends, in order to do this, let us learn about a mathematical concept called identities in this session. Let's first write 103 as the sum of two simple numbers like 100 and 3. That means square of 103 will be equal to the square of 100 plus 3. But why did we split it into 100 and 3? Basically, 100 plus 3 square will be like this. We can see that it is very easy to find the values of 100 square and 3 square. And it is also easy to find the value of this term. Therefore, we will get this as answer. Isn't it easier than multiplying 103 by 103? But wait, you must be wondering, where did this come from? Let's find it out. 100 plus 3 square can also be written as this. Let us now simplify the right-hand side by using the distributive property. This is what we get. Now observe that multiplying 100 by 3 and multiplying 3 by 100 is the same thing. So these two can be combined, which gives us 2 multiplied by 100 multiplied by 3. So this is how we got the previous expression. Now suppose we have replaced 100 with variable a and 3 with variable b on both left and right hand sides. We will get, by using this, now we can find the square of decimal numbers. Let's consider the example 6.2 square. We will divide 6.2 into two simple numbers, 6 and 0.2. Now, in this equation, we take a as 6 and b as 0.2. Then, we will get the value of 6.2 square like this. So, this equation is very useful for us. This means that whenever we have two numbers a and b, then the square of their sum will be equal to the sum of a square 2 times a times b and b square. We will get the expression on the right side when we multiply a plus b by a plus b. We have seen this kind of equations before. Solving this equation gives us only one value of x, which is 2. But we have seen that this equation is true for two different values of a and b. Earlier, we considered a as 100 and b as 3. After that, we considered a as 6 and b as 0.2. Now you can stop here and try to put any other number in the place of a and b. You will see that this equation is true for any values of a and b. This type of equation, which is true for every value of the variable in it, is called an identity. For any value of a and b, the expression on the left side is equal to the expression on the right side. In this session, we have seen what an identity is. We have also seen the proof of this identity. In the next session, we will see some more examples of this identity. Friends, in the previous session, we have seen what an identity is. We have seen this identity also. Now in this session, we will see some examples and understand how this identity is applied. Can you find the value of 1015 square? This identity makes it easier to find the solution of large numbers. Our first step will be dividing this large number into the sum of two simple numbers. So 1015 will be written as the sum of 1000 and 15. Now let's apply the identity now. We will consider the value of A as 1000 and the value of B as 15. Now, we will apply the identity and expand this. So, A square will become 1000 square. In the same way, 2AB will be written like this and B square will be like this. After simplification, we will get this answer. So, we have seen that by applying this identity, one can easily find the square of any number. Let's move on to the next example. Can you guess the square of this expression? Like in the previous example, this identity will help us in solving this problem too. But what shall we write in the place of A and B? Here we will consider A as 5x and B as 7y. Therefore, the value of 5x plus 7y square will be equal to this. After simplification, we will get this as our final answer. This cannot be simplified further because there are no similar terms. So we have seen that we can also use this identity to find the square of an expression. Let's see one last example. Can you find the value of 3xy plus z square? You are absolutely right. Once again, we'll apply this identity. But what shall we write in the place of A and B? Here we can consider A as 3xy and B as z. So in the right-hand side, we will get 3xy square plus 2 multiplied by 3xy multiplied by z plus z square. After simplification, we will get 9x square y square plus 6xy plus z square. So friends, in this session, we have seen how this identity is applied. In the next session, we will see some common mistakes which occur while applying this identity. In the previous session, we have seen some examples and how this identity is applied. In this session, we will look at some common mistakes which occur while applying this identity. Let's look at the first mistake. Can you tell whether this equation is an identity or not? The easiest way to find it out is to try putting a number instead of x and y. For example, let us take x as 2 and y as 4. By doing this, LHS will be 6 multiplied by 11, which is equal to 66, while the RHS will be 19 multiplied by 5, which is equal to 95. We can see that the value of left-hand side is not equal to right-hand side. This means this equation is not true for x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 4. Therefore, this equation is not an identity. We know that an equation which is true for every value of the variable in it is called an identity. Let's move on to the next common mistake. What is the value of 107 square? In the previous session, we have learned how to find the square of such numbers. First, we'll write 107 as 100 plus 7. Then we will find the square of it. Many of us make mistakes while expanding it. We write 100 plus 7 square as 100 square plus 7 square. But this is incorrect. Remember that it is an identity. A plus b square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Therefore, by applying identity, we will expand 100 plus 7 square in this way. After simplification, we will get this as our final answer. So, we should always keep in mind that a plus b square is not equal to a square plus b square. Let's check out one more example. What is the value of x square plus y square the whole square? Which option is right? Most of us think that the option A is correct. But this is an incorrect answer. While solving this, we think that x and y are already squared. So according to this identity, we write the answer as x square plus 2x square y square plus y square. But notice that here a should be x square but not x. Similarly, b should be y square but not y. As you can see here, we have not found the square of the first and second terms. So, the right-hand side of this expression will actually be x square whole square plus 2x square y square plus y square whole square. Therefore, the correct answer will be x raised to 4 plus 2x square y square plus y raised to 4. In this session, we have seen some common mistakes which occur while applying this identity.